Hello and welcome to my channel. I thought today we'd continue with the restoration of my 1920s Burke drill press, specifically with the spindle and the chuck. Let's get into that. I think the first thing I want to do, there's like two lock nuts that are jam nuts that go together. They're threaded. I think what I want to do is try to get those off. I think what I have to do is just tap on them. All right. I think I need a pair of pliers. I think these will do. All right. It's just cast iron on cast iron. Okay, let's look at those bearings. They are thrust bearings. They don't seem bad either. I'm going to have to make a wedge to get that chuck off. So, I made the wedge. Put it on here. I could have probably knocked that off with a brass bar. Pretty scratched up. It looks like it spun a couple of times. Anyway, I can fix that. What I have to do is this outer shell that spins. I need to spin that till the jaws are below the surface and put something just on this outside part, like a pipe or something. I'm going to have to go look for something or turn something and then press on this, and this should come out. This hose should come out this side. We'll see. I'm just going to turn this washer down real quick so that the chuck fits into this diameter so I can press it apart. Let's do that. That's a nasty ass finish, but I believe that should be where I want it. 1" 575. It's right on there. Let's see how the chuck fits on there. That's the main thing. Beautiful. I'm going to put this on the press, and that should work. Let's go do that. I hope this washer works. That's all I could find big enough and strong enough. It's a big, heavy steel washer. Put that in the middle of my ram. I'm not sure this thing's going to be strong enough to do this. There goes nothing. It did it. All right. Okay, I'm going to move all this stuff back to where it belongs, and I'll take this chuck apart a little bit more, examine it a little bit more, and see what I have to do with all the spindle parts. So far, everything looks really good. Let's clean this up. Okay, as far as the chuck goes, I took it apart a little bit more. I inspected it. I washed it with mineral spirits. Everything looks pretty good. It's not a new chuck, but it all seems to be okay, and I think I'm going to use it. What I need to do now is work on this spindle. I put this in the lathe here, and I stoned this because it was there was lines on it and stuff like it spun. I took care of that. I cleaned up this surface because, well, this is a bearing surface. This part spins on it. I'm going to change from the one set of bearings, thrust bearings, to double roller bearings, one on top and one on the bottom of this. But before I can do that, I need to grind this flat again. It's kind of all worn out. These jam nuts also have to be ground top and bottom, so it doesn't mess with the roller bearings. What I did to this one is I basically did a figure 8, got all the high points off, and I'm going to set it on the surface grinder and grind it. I have to do the same thing to this here. But right now, I'm going to put this in my V-block, lock it in, and throw it on the surface grinder and start grinding this. Let's do that. This is one of the jam nuts. I already stoned it on the surface plate to make a nice flat surface. Don't seem like it wants to move. I don't have to do a lot of grinding. I just want to make it nice and flat. This is the spindle housing. I want to make sure this is flat because it's also going to be up against the thrust bearings. Okay, let's go over to the surface plate and stone this a little bit and get it ready to put back together. Let's do that. All right, everything is ground. This surface right here, I ground this and this. Deburred it off camera. My jam nuts are ground so they lock together real good. What I need to do is put some grease in the roller bearings, put it together, and call it good. Putting high pressure lube on here. Okay, that's one. And that's two. All right. Put this first. It goes like this. This is the top. That's where your oil goes. You see, the reason I wanted two is there was only the one set of ball bearing thrust washers. And then on top, you had the jam nuts. So I thought thrust bearings on top and bottom would make this a lot more smooth. What I'm going to do is put this in my lathe. I was going to chuck up on here, put a center on here, and tap on these jam nuts. Okay, let's go put this in the lathe and get these jam nuts snugged up. I just like putting it in the lathe because it seems like it'll hold everything the way I want it. And I'll be able to tap on these nuts right here. Okay. What I want to do it really feels good. Okay, I'm going to take this jam nut. I'm going to turn it on and spin it. You know, you can't feel it, but it feels real nice. Okay. Like I said, the chuck looked really nice after taking it apart completely and examining it. I should be able to put it back together and everything should be okay. If not, I'm going to have to buy another chuck, but I think that one's going to work. The spindle, I updated it with the roller bearings, thrust washers, thrust bearings, top and bottom. I think that'll do a world of good. So, I think I accomplished what I set out to do for this video. So I think this video is a wrap. So until next time, enjoy.